Hello everybody, welcome to another Valheim video. I'm here with the Bog Witch, and we've been cooking some some hearty mountain loggers stew, and in this video we're going to be teaching you everything you need to know to get started with feasts in Valheim. Feasts are a new way to feed yourself in Valheim. You're going to learn about the different feasts, how to make them, where to get the pieces, and how to use the new serving tray system. The serving tray is a new tool similar to the hoe or the hammer that, when equipped, allows you to place a huge variety of different food items. Provided you have the actual ingredient in your inventory, you can now equip the serving tray and then place the item. And there's no blocky item stand that you need to hide. Here we have a medium stamina mead in our inventory, so now we can equip the serving tray and then we can place our medium stamina mead. And the meads, once placed, function the same as the food. You can eat it. While we were gone, the Bog Witch was kind enough to finish cutting up all of the the boar, and lay out all of our feasts for us. So without further ado, let's go through each of the feasts. Let's take a look at the stats gained. The swamp gives you 35-35, the black forest gives you 35-35, and the meadow gives you 35-35. Moving on, we have the ocean at 45-45, and the mountain at 45-45, and then the plains, which ups the ante at 55-55. Simply put, the best feast you can access is the one that you should use. It's not like other foods, where you might get more health from one or more stamina from another. The plains one, for example, is 55-55, but then when we move on to mage stuff, we still get that extra 10. So we get 65-65 and some eater. And then from Ashlands, the best food, we get 75-75 and more eater. So now let's get into actually crafting or cooking the feasts. Thankfully, the Bog Witch has been kind enough to gift us all the coins that we need to purchase what's necessary. And you're going to be needing coins, because you see, you can't really even get started with these feasting things unless you have a serving tray. And the only way to get the serving tray is by buying it from our friend over there, the Bog Witch. There's been rumors going around that she boils Vikings alive, but I wouldn't worry about that because I've never met anybody who's lived to tell that tale. Once you take your coins over to the Bog Witch, you'll see that she has a variety of different items available for sale. The Bog Witch sells you more things after you've defeated each boss. So once you've killed Moder and Yglith, etc., she'll start selling more things. And the Bog Witch has a bunch of items which I'm not going to cover. It's actually the most fully fledged out vendor we have now. Instead, we're just going to focus on the serving tray, one serving tray for 140 coins, and then let's bring our attention to these herb blends here. These are the key. Without these, you can't make feasts. And as I mentioned earlier, generally you want the best tier feast you can make. So you would probably buy that feast, maybe the tier under it, and possibly the tier under that if you want. Each spice gets purchased in a pack of 5, allowing you to make multiple feasts, as you'll see in a moment. But for now, let's bring our attention to the serving tray. You equip your serving tray, and then you can right-click, and you can place all sorts of different food items, assuming that you actually have the item in your inventory. You can do this for the food items, the meads, and of course, the feasts, which is how the Bog Witch kindly laid out every single feast for us earlier. Once you have your spices and your serving tray, you have almost everything that you need to get started. The food preparation table can be crafted with 5 iron, 20 fine wood, and 15 leather scraps using a workbench. Using the food preparation table, you'll be able to see the different recipes for each feast. Usually, you'll have already looted the other ingredients, so as soon as you get the spice, it'll show up here, and then you'll be able to see what you can make. Generally, feasts require more upfront ingredients, but then when you actually use the feast, you get 10 uses out of it. When you're eating food in your base, feasts are the most economical option. Considering the number of servings you get and the amount of resources required to make them, it's generally better for you to eat a feast if you can. Essentially, the food you were using before is now your adventuring food, whereas the feasts are the food that you eat while you're in your base before you go out on your adventure or at an outpost during your adventures. And in general, you should just eat the best feast that you can access, because there's no particular feast that gives you more health or more stamina or more ether. They're completely linear, so you should just eat the best feast that you can. Keeping in mind that you can't eat multiple of the same feast, so there is still some incentive to eat the lower tier feasts. It's not like you'll just be eating 3 servings of the same thing. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to support my work, then consider supporting me on Patreon. It makes a big difference in my life. I really do appreciate it. Alternatively, you could like this video, or if you want to get your own dedicated Valheim server, then consider using my sponsor, Zap Hosting. I've been using Zap Hosting for multiple years and have been very happy with them, so I can recommend them to you in good faith. You can go to their website, zaphosting.com/jpvalheim, in order to get started with a Valheim BepInEx server. I've also got lots of content showing people how to set things up and change things, so if you're interested in any of that, just check out those videos. I also love making tutorial requests, so if there's something you want to learn about in Valheim, just comment below, let me know, and then I can make a tutorial about it. Or like this video, subscribe to the channel, do all that stuff. Much love. Ciao.